should you go for a Kindle or should you go for an iPad when it comes to reading books? Well, this is the subject of this video. Hey everyone, Magiaro here, and I know that building an online business can be hard, especially with all the distractions and different business models out there. So I help online entrepreneurs focus on the business that matters so that they can earn more money and do what fires them up. So if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel. Well, what's interesting today is that unless as in the past, we don't have to travel around the world in order just to get one book, right? Today, everything is available on Amazon. And basically, with the small little device they came out a few years ago, which is the Kindle, right? So right now, when it comes basically to picking up a book, should you go basically for the Kindle or should you go for the Kindle app that you can basically use on your phone and also on your iPad? Well, first of all, when it comes to costs, well, if you just want to invest into an iPad just for reading, right, then I think that the choice is made very quickly because you can get a Kindle for under $100. And yeah, I mean, iPad, it depends basically on the model that you want to choose. Yeah, it starts from 350 onwards, right? So with that being said, you only use the Kindle for reading, right? But what's interesting is with an iPad is that you can do a lot of things with it, right? You can work, you can study, so on and so forth. But the thing is, this is also what makes the Kindle so attractive because you can basically only use it for reading, which makes it really a distractionless device unless the iPad. And yeah, it really depends on your willpower. But to be honest, like with all those buzzing devices that we have today, this makes it, to be honest, a very strong advantage for the Kindle, right? So the other thing that I really like when it comes to the Kindle, let me just change. I messed up again with the colors. Anyways, so this is like the first point. The second point is that really the Kindle has a really endless battery life, right? So yeah, like you charge this device and maybe like it can last for at least 2 weeks, right? So this is like another thing that I really like about the Kindle. The third thing that I like about the Kindle is that it's better for your eyes. Even though on iOS devices you have this like you can put like the night shift filter and so on and so forth, but to be honest, even though you've put basically the light on your screen on the minimum, it can still hurt your eyes, right? And the eye comfort that you have really on a Kindle is unmatchable when it comes like to other devices like an iPad or basically a phone, right? So now let's just go a little bit into the advantages of basically the iPad. The iPad, to be honest, like if you want to take notes, like it's very easy. You just have to highlight and then you can basically share what you want to like your notes with basically your favorite note app, right? What I also really like about the iPad, like reading Kindle books on the iPad, is basically that they have uh, a feature that they call continuous scrolling, right? So basically, which means that you don't have to flip the pages. This can be very boring on and very like yeah, very boring basically on the Kindle because like it's a very tiny screen and basically you have to flip the pages like very often. What's interesting on the iPad is you have a bigger screen and basically you can just continue scrolling like swiping down and yeah, it basically replaces the fact that you have to tap every time, let's say on the right, on the left side, if you want to like turn the pages on your device, right? So this is also something like a big advantage of the iPad. The third thing that I like on the iPad is that, let's say for example you have books where you have a lot of diagrams, you have maybe some photos, so on and so forth. To be honest, on Kindle, like the rendering of those photos, of those pictures, of those diagrams, it's pretty bad, right? It comes down to this simplistic kind of ink screen, which is of course on like very like beautiful on iPad. But the thing is that there is like a quick turnaround for that, is that you can basically just check those images when you need to, every time, basically by using basically the Kindle app. And this could be like on your desktop or on your phone, right? So if it's just like a matter of, let's say you have one image to check, let's say every 10 books that you read, well, this is like not such of a big deal, right? So with that being said, you see, it all comes down to what you really want to achieve. But in my opinion, for distractionless reading and better eye comfort, I will certainly go for the Kindle. And if you want to get basically more tips and tricks about how to use your Kindle and your iPad effectively when it comes to reading, be sure to check out the PDF. I linked a resource in the description down below. So by clicking the link, you just leave your email. You're also going to get my daily emails to help you build a business online. And yeah, we're also going to get a PDF with all the free resources in there. So with that being said, I hope to see you inside the PDF, inside your mailbox tomorrow. And with that, I see you in the next one.